I was approached the other day by a reporter wanting to find out what it was like for small businesses to do business in Georgia. Interestingly, I was having a board meeting the other day, and I thought, well, what better place to go to than like 6 or 7 owners that are actually doing business in Georgia beside myself. So I put those questions to them, and it was very interesting. At first they were kind of like, well, it's okay, but as they begin delving into it, it's kind of a mixed bag of doing business in Georgia. On one hand, all of the real estate growth, all the boom in real estate, both commercial, residential, extending across the state, those people that had some influence in that said Georgia is actually a very friendly place for real estate and all the businesses that spawns. So that was very much a positive. As they begin talking about the infrastructure, that was a positive and a negative. The positive, of course, is Hartsfield and just everything that brings to Georgia, and all the logistics and all the warehousing and all the transportation, and that you can be anywhere really in the world. One of my members does work internationally. He can be from the Yukon in a matter of hours. He can be to Germany. He can be to Australia without much trouble. It's pretty much direct. Plus the interstate system with 95, 75, 85, 20. I don't know, you can be with something like 75% of the U.S. population within a matter of hours. However, locally, the traffic and the construction and things is making it very hard to do business. And they don't see government, local, state, or federal addressing that as they should. On a state level, the tax incentives that the governor and the state have put in place for the film industry looks like it's really going to pay dividends. Where it was bringing economic benefit, the folks from California were flying in. They were flying in their grips. They were flying in their personnel. And now there are things like the Georgia Film Academy. There's partnerships with the technical schools to really develop a domestic employment support infrastructure that could be very, very far-reaching. The widening of the deepening of the port in Savannah is going to bring a lot of business to Georgia. So as they really began thinking about it, they decided actually Georgia is actually a pretty good place to do business. Of course, lower taxes. Of course, less regulation. It's very hard to get right permits from the city of Atlanta, from DeKalb County. So again, a mixed bag, but all in all, they said Georgia actually is a pretty good place for a small business.